Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this episode of Bullet Points on this chilly Monday morning, we have got to talk about some stuff that was released this weekend in Boulder. Now, we're not going to talk specifically about how the ins and outs of is it going to pass, is it not going to pass. What we're going to talk about is how Everytown for gun safety is spreading out its clutches in every area that it possibly can. Now, this is really important because this legislation that's dropping in Boulder specifically is coming directly from Everytown for Gun Safety's website. In fact, they even say it in this article. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to stem the flow of this, but we've got to bring some light to it first. Everything is linked in the description box below, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments on this one because this right here is their game plan. It's out in the open, and that's what we're going to talk about. Now, before we dive into that, I got to say something from our this week's sponsor who are making these videos possible, Sportsman Guide. Whatever you're looking to put on the table this season, big game, turkey, fish, upland birds, waterfowl, Sportsman Guide has what you need to succeed from the brands you trust. We're talking Vortex, Scentlock, Irish Setter, Nomad, all the heavy hitters. And Sportsman Guide isn't just a one-trick pony. They've got everything for your outdoor lifestyle, from camping, fishing, and hiking to working outside and just hanging out with your buddies. The bottom line, if it happens outdoors, you're going to find it at Sportsman's Guide. And if you're ever there, use Langley20 for $20 off and check them out today. And thank you again to Sportsman's Guide for making this video and this week possible. But now let's dive into what's going on in Boulder and how Everytown is spreading out that poison. Check this out. This is important. Again, linked in the description box. Boulder proposes new suite of gun control legislation. So they don't just go for one, they go for all of them, right? Well, of course, it's got to start out with that favorite age-old classic of banning ARs. Under a new state law that grants cities more authority to regulate firearm sales and possession, Boulder is bringing back its 2018 ban on assault weapons, struck down by Colorado courts last year, and adding a half dozen new regulations in a multi-city attempt to curb gun violence. Okay, that last part, whatever. But this is really important because this was already struck down previously. So what did they do? They went to the legislature and they had them change the laws. Do you remember the fight? And we talked about it around pre-emption last year. Because without pre-emption, individual municipalities and cities can make their own laws and rules on regulating firearms. Well, it got removed, and look what's happening now. Boulder is striking back and trying to do the AR ban again and adding some more things on just for good measure. This is literally a playbook from Everytown for Gun USA. Remove preemption, start going on municipalities and cities across the nation, and then they go to town. But let's see what they're actually doing, because this is important to note, and you can see the strategy. It's out in the open. Boulder first passed a prohibition on assault weapons in May 2018 by a unanimous vote of City Council. At the time, activists and elected officials were motivated by the high school situation in Parkland. State legislators in 2021 passed their own set of gun control measures. We talked about it. One of which ended a preemption or municipal legislation that paved the way for the redo of Boulder's assault weapons ban. And that's what they've done today, but they added some more, which are pretty stupid. And this is where they come out and flat out say it. This was modeled on legislation from Giffords Law Center and Everytown for Gun Safety. Gun control advocacy groups are writing the actual legislation in Boulder right now. You don't believe me? Look at what they're doing. This is literally step by step off their website. Raising the age limit from purchasing firearms to 18 to 21. Now, it's already law in Boulder, but now they're going to clarify it a little bit. Instituting a 10-day waiting period for all firearm purchases. So the state puts a 10-day pause on you. If you need a gun for self-defense, if you are someone who is being stalked or harassed or being threatened with violence, well, hopefully it doesn't go anything wrong for 10 days. Okay, that's one. That's definitely a constitutional issue. Prohibition on open carry. You can't do that anymore. Disallowing concealed carry in sensitive areas. Well, that's kind of a subjective topic, isn't it? What's sensitive? I feel like that's sensitive today. And that list can be amended constantly. Pretty soon, the whole city is going to be sensitive. You see what I'm saying? This is all a big ploy. Requiring firearm sellers to post health warnings on premises. And I didn't put it in here, but it's like basically like if you own a gun in your house, you are like multiple times more prone to have accidents. It's pretty much what it says. And then the last one, you've got to throw this one in because this is the new hotness on the gun control side. Banning ghost guns, because ghost guns are evil and they will do untold terrible things. Even though in a video we did last week or this weekend, it's 2% of national crimes that involve ghost guns. But let's not talk about numbers. Ghost guns is brandable and scary, so let's hit that one. And the main reason that I want to bring this to you guys this morning is Boulder literally followed the playbook of Everytown for Gun Safety and Giffords.org. Remove preemption so you can make your own laws in blue liberal areas, which will then spread like a bad situation. Then institute all of these. Here are the exact common sense legislations we have on a PDF ready for you. And we have all sorts of things. We have the Denver Accord. We have all sorts of pre-done things that will help you get that gun control you need for common sense gun legislation. This is the playbook. In a city near you, this is what they're going to do. They're starting with Colorado, and they're going to try to jump out from there. Blue coasts in Colorado, that's what they're trying to do, guys. That's why I'm bringing it to you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.